As ice has melted back to life, done my time and served my sentence. Dress me up and watch me die. It feels good, tastes good, it must be mine. Dynasty decapitated. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with the Veve, OMI, Devve, Definity, DACAT Shiro update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. We have a little bit to go over. I'm not going to do a 3-hour one like I did last night. Be like an hour and a half, 2 hours though, because there's a bit to go over. Let me get this out to a couple of people here real quick. Let me go to my X account. Oh, we have a hero review from Chaos on the Chains. I gotta get that bread. I don't know why this isn't doing a. All right, I'll get it. All right, hold on. Telegram. Let me get it out to where we got. Oh, I can't go to the Shiro Nico people. I got to go to the whale chat. We'll do DACAT. We'll do Shiro Nico peeps, and then we'll do DACAT whales. Like, come shill your bags, girl. All right. Anywho, a bit to go over today. Let's start with Devve, because Devve is the winner of the day. Heroes of the day, legends forever. Down a little bit as we were this morning, but we're still up about 9% on the day to 69 cents. Everyone comment nice down below for the 69. 69.93, but I'll still call it 69. I was a little disappointed at first because I had some money that I'm looking to get hasn't come in yet. I'll get that at sometime in April. Happy last day of Q1, by the way. And I was like, I was really hoping that it would stay down at 56 cents or go even lower so I can get more at that price. But it didn't. It had bottomed at, let's see where we're here. It had bottomed about 56.6. Went up to like 73, down to about 69 right now. So, will it sustain that pump? I don't know. I mean, it seems like over the last month, they've done that a couple of times, reached about this point, 70 something cents, gone back down. Obviously, months back, we were like $1.80 at one point. But if you go all the way back, we were down to like, let's see if I can't get the absolute bottom, but we were at like 12-ish cents at one point. I happen to get some close to, I got some at 30, I got some at 15, and then I got some at 90, and then I think I got some at like $1.30, and then some at $1.70. And then, so it's the average down, it's probably, I don't know, let me see here. Probably put in about 25. It's worth like 23 now, give or take. And like I said, a decent amount more will go in the next like 4 weeks, but before the end of April. But unfortunately, I'm not sure I'm going to be in time, because it looks like April 8th, Ray Quintana is giving a keynote to the entire Paris blockchain week. So that's something that I'm pretty certain is they're going to announce some big news. There's a ton to go over today. So let's do, oh God, I've gone down so many rabbit holes today. Let's start off with their X post, because I think their Devve exchange posted, and then I think they got reposted. Also, they had a video today as well. So it's here, Devise, the patented liquidity system built for all of us. Big news for the Devve community. For the first time, we're revealing how you can share in the upside of the Devve exchange. Now, what is Devise? It's a patented system that lets you contribute digital assets into liquidity catches and earn from market making, instant swaps, lending and borrowing, exchange fees. Lending and borrowing is something that I'm particularly interested in. It's all about your assets working for you. At the heart of it, Devve and Fias tokens, right there. Fias is their gaming token, very, very low market cap. It's in the low millions. But liquidity catches enable instant, riskless conversion between major assets like Bitcoin to stablecoin, powered by Devve. There's no counterparties. There's no waiting. It's just pure utility. With Devise, Devve, and Fias become utility powerhouses. But we're not stopping there. Devve dropped tokens to get a share of every project that launches on Devve Exchange just by contributing some Devve. There's going to be referral rewards. You can earn up to 60% of trading and up to 60% of liquidity referral fees over 3 levels. This is a massive opportunity, especially for early supporters. I've seen plenty of these. So yes, I'm a KOL. Yes, I'm an affiliate of Devve. But I speak here as someone that just likes the product. And again, as somebody that has seen many referral programs, this is probably one of the best that I've ever seen. And again, up to 60% of trading and up to 60% of liquidity referral fees over 3 levels. As they say, it's a massive opportunity, especially for the early supporters. Now, Devise is what makes Devve Exchange different. It's transparent, it's community-driven, and it's next-gen. Together, we are the exchange. And they post an article down here, and they say there are more excitements coming this week, which is nuts. Because now it's time to go deeper, get involved, and spread the word. Your Devve digital team. And then when you go over to their reposts there or their quotes, the Devve ecosystem said Devve Exchange will have an amazing liquidity system that benefits users, Devve holders, and partners. So let's take a look at it, shall we? It's a patented liquidity system redefining digital asset utility. The intro. Liquidity is a cornerstone of efficient financial markets, enabling seamless trading and price stability across exchanges. However, many exchanges face significant challenges in maintaining consistent liquidity across many types of assets. As digital assets and the tokenization of real-world assets become more common, this problem will only increase. Insufficient liquidity leads to higher bid-ask spreads, increased price slippage, higher volatility, and reduced trading efficiency. Many people have seen that when trying to trade ETH on tokens that tend to go moon or tokens that tend to go boom, ultimately discouraging user participation. However, fragmented liquidity across multiple exchanges creates inefficiencies as traders must navigate multiple platforms to find the best execution, increasing costs and reducing market transparency. Also lose a lot of time doing that. It's like back in the day trying to drive around to find the best price for gas. You wind up spending more gas as opposed to just eating the extra cost. Anyway, in the cryptocurrency space, current solutions such as liquidity pools and market makers address some of these challenges, but introduce their own limitations. Automated market makers, or AMMs, commonly used in decentralized finance, suffer from impermanent loss and inefficient capital allocation. Centralized exchanges rely on high-frequency trading firms, designated market makers, and omnibus wallets, which can result in monopolistic behaviors or withdrawal liquidity during volatile conditions. We've seen it again and again and again. Hey, I'm going to try to exit out of this. Oh, crap. I'm trying to exit out $300. Like that's it. It's not like you're trying to exit out 30 grand. $300, I can only get 170. It is nuts. These systemic issues underscore the need for an innovative approach to liquidity provisioning, one that enhances market depth, reduces inefficiencies, allows for liquidity to be applied across exchanges, and fosters a more resilient trading environment across all types of exchanges and all types of assets. In parallel with liquidity concerns for exchanging assets on an exchange, there are other situations where an efficient solution providing the immediate exchange of assets can be valuable. Development of efficient payment solutions using digital assets where various digital assets can be used for payments is an example of another opportunity, but demonstrates additional challenges as well. One major hurdle is the volatility of digital currencies, which complicates their use as a reliable medium of exchange. Unlike fiat currencies, which benefit from relative price stability, cryptocurrencies experience frequent and unpredictable fluctuations that can affect purchasing power and settlement values. The volatility necessitates complex hedging strategies or the use of stablecoins, which introduce their own set of risks, including regulatory scrutiny, security of underlying bailment solutions, and dependency on centralized issuers. They go over about a bunch of critical challenges like transaction speed, which they're able to help with, layer 2 solutions, cross-chain interoperability, and all that. But they go on to say that Devise is a system that integrates a dynamic liquidity mechanism with an adaptive digital asset payment framework. Devise not only enhances liquidity distribution across all exchanges, but also establishes a more stable and efficient digital payment infrastructure and implements a scalable, secure lending system, all of which pave the way for broader adoption of digital assets and financial transactions. Then they go over their overview. They devise a patented liquidity provisioning system underlying the Devve exchange, and is comprised of liquidity caches, which can be used for, also known as LCs, which can be used to provide for market making, instant conversion of one asset to another, and lending as example. So first is market making. PDAs are used for market making activities with Devve Exchange. Users that can contribute PDAs share in the revenue created from the market making activity. Contributors to liquidity catches share in market making revenue. Then you have instant payments. Liquidity catches are used to instantly convert any PDA to any other PDA through the use of SDAs. For example, Devve can be used to convert Bitcoin to a stablecoin instantly with no counterparty risk. This functionality is ideal when exchanges transactions need to be immediate, such as in a payment system. Contributors to liquidity catches share in payment fees. And you have lending, my favorite one. Deve's lending system allows for lending and borrowing of crypto assets. This lending technology allows for riskless access to collateral on loans and on-chain contractual definitions managed at the core consensus level rather than on smart contracts. This approach dramatically reduces risk and gives much better tax strategies compared to existing DeFi lending protocols. Liquidity Cash contributors can share in revenue created using our innovative lending programs. Again, if swapping or selling a token leads to a taxable event and you have to pay taxes on those profits, or if you get a loan and the loan sits on your account as a debt and not as a revenue, major milestone there. Everyone in their system will want Devve, and they'll go in and borrow against it. Oh my God, it's gonna be so epic. Now, Devise and Devve Exchange are unique in their philosophy for growth. It is their first traditional regulated exchange system built on the premise of sharing in growth and upside with the community. Users can contribute to LCs and share in the revenue of the entire system. How does it work? Can I go? How much can I go into this? All right. Devise operates with several automated systems that utilize assets and liquidity caches across various purposes, and an automated market-making system adds limit orders to the Devve Exchange order book through a standard market-making operation. A lending protocol allows for lending of the assets of on-chain legal contracts that eliminate risk to lenders for collateral. If an immediate payment is needed, a payment control system implements instant exchange of the assets. This goes on for a while, but it's safe. You are all the ownership of the assets are fully known and KYC'd, but at the same time, you keep access to your crypto, you keep access to your stuff. Again, this is, I don't know how they did this. This is absolutely incredible. I'll still do the 80-20 rule where any new money that comes in, 80% of it will go to Devve, 20% will go to OMI. And then because again, I have no idea when they go and announce their partner, but fudge, man. 100x from here gives you, and again, 100x I think is pretty conservative here. We're at a $61 million market cap. Yeah, 100x is 6 billion. I mean, for the type of partners that they have, it's gonna be insane. Anyway, let's go to some of what went on in the Telegram chat today. And that Telegram, oh shit, there's a lot of stuff going on here. There's also a video today where Austin sit down with Devve Digital co-founder Tom Anderson, who's been on the podcast before. He's a good friend. A deep dive into Devise, their patented liquidity system, changing the game in crypto. Oh, there's a lot to go over here. I'll do that another time. I want to go over the Larry Fink stuff, and I will go over that, but I want to stick with Devve here. Devve Exchange says it's official. Devve Digital is a proud sponsor of Paris Blockchain Week, and the spotlight is on CEO Ray Quintana as he delivers a keynote on day one, April 8th, 11 a.m. But I think that's European time. I do not believe that is. Oh, I'm going to have to go live early that day, aren't I? Yep, I will. The patented community. Sorry, one second. Growth. Okay, that's fine. I have to compliment all the way. I'm aware. Sorry, I just have to. I don't know why I screenshot that. That was stupid. I feel like I should have been better prepared for this, but there was just so much going on today. That's why we're going to be like a 2.5-hour show. Maybe I will do 3 hours tonight. I don't know. I'll keep y'all posted. Amazing stuff. But, okay. Well, I don't think. So in terms of actual implementation, you'll simply hit a button called contribute rather than stake in the UI and make a return on the use of those funds. So I might go in and contribute or stake my entire bag of Devve, which right now is next to nothing, but it'll be By the time the exchange launches in probably Q4, it'll probably be well into the six figures. And again, even if you're getting just a couple percent on that, you know, especially per month, really not bad. So the make a return on the use of those funds, regardless of what it is, I'm very happy about it. Also, guys, I'm sorry. I thought there was more here. Oh, I guess there is. Find today's fascinating. Somebody said that they find today's reveal fascinating. Tom Anderson sends a nice summary. Thank you. Quick question. If I contribute Devve, is there a possibility that I will withdraw less Devve than I provided liquidity with? If the Devve price goes up during the time my Devve is in the pool, for example? Thank you. Tom says we're going to put a description with some more details before Paris Blockchain Week, so either this week or early next week. And I think that high-level concept that I can answer right now is that this is not just a cool new technology, but it is a compelling new business model where the exchange grows with the community. That growth incentivizes liquidity contributions. Liquidity creates more growth, which gives more revenue to share with an additional liquidity contribution, etc. It's also done in a way that works with TradFi. So let that sink in for a second, because TradFi does have a lot of money. They want to eat cake with me, which I am all about. Can't wait. Oh, okay. This, I don't know why my phone does this. Question. If I contribute Devve, is there a possibility I'll withdraw less Devve? Tom asks again, saying we designed the system that is not the case. And part of what makes this such a powerful concept is that is it integrated with an exchange. So there are cool balancing concepts. Also, the liquidity caches aren't directly accessible. The results of their use are, but that is different. We can manage the use of liquidity caches through interfaces and the use of different tools at different times. This approach dramatically reduces risks around manipulation. Also, be advised, guys, why that sounded weird is because whenever I take like a couple screenshots in a row, it bundles them together, and I can't see them unless I and I can't see them unless I do stuff like that unless I actually go into the screenshot, which is stupid. New liquidity solution. Let me look at that real quick. Shit. Devve work, great video. Marius Devve says, great work, great video with block bytes. Will the new liquidity solution replace the existing staking solution, or will they work separately? Maybe it's obvious, but I have been told a lot there are only stupid answers. Tom says the new liquidity solution will replace the current staking approach, and our new approach is like staking, except that tokens are used, giving them real utility, and also therefore allowing people to share in the upside. You might do this for DACAT as well. I'll keep y'all posted. Tom also says it'll be easy to use and understand terms of actual implementation. You'll simply hit a button called contribute rather than stake in the UI and make a return on the use of funds, which again, looked at before, thought that was great. Somebody asked, can someone please elaborate on the role of SDAs? Liquidity caches are used to instantly convert any PDA to any other PDA through the use of SDAs. Why can't PDA be converted directly to another PDA? Tom answers that and says, this is how PDAs are converted. If you want to convert Bitcoin to Ethereum right now outside of our system, you go to a centralized exchange, send them your Bitcoin, put in an exchange order. An order book matches your order against someone else's order, and then the orders settle. Our exchange works with an order book too, but in our case, it's non-custodial. With our LC system, in contrast, you can do more though. If you want to exchange Bitcoin for Ethereum instantly, Bitcoin is converted to Devve, and then Devve is converted to Ethereum. Oh, shoot. Let me say that again. If you want to exchange Bitcoin for Ethereum instantly, Bitcoin is converted to Devve, and then Devve is converted to Ethereum and sent to the user. That includes 3 transactions that go through if and only if all 3 go through at the exact same moment. So you can convert any asset into any other asset instantly without settlement risk, and Devve is the money for money. Oh, freaking love this man. I love this man so much. Do I have this for Tom? Similarly, if a user wants to buy a cup of coffee at a coffee shop with Bitcoin, a scan of a QR code or swipe of a credit card can trigger a series of transactions that all settle instantly using Devve Exchange's contingent transaction set. First, in order to buy the cup of coffee, a user's Bitcoin is sent to the LC with Devve and Bitcoin. That releases Devve through a mechanism similar to the operations of a liquidity pool that is sent to a Devve and USD stablecoin. Liquidity cash, which releases USD, and then the USD is sent to the merchant. And all three of those transactions are included in one contingent transaction set. And all three go through at the exact same moment as a part of a controlled by the payment control system, therefore removing any middleman or settlement risk. So people can use the exchange and they can swap any crypto for any other crypto, or they can just use it for simple things where just as coffee, if you want to convert one thing into another, it's instant. It goes right in the background. People have no idea that it's happening, but it is happening, and it's really freaking cool. Oh my God, that is just nuts. My God, man. Moving on here. And we'll get more into the Devve stuff in a second. Oh God, hiccups. I'm dying. All right, here we go. Design the system. Question: if I contribute Devve, is there a possibility? Oh no, I just went over that, didn't I? Yeah. Yes, I did. I did go over that. Specific time. Oh yeah, is there going to be a specific time, much like current locks, that they have to commit to? Also, is there a guaranteed return, or how will any returns be calculated? Basically, they're going to put out a description with some more details before Paris Blockchain Week. Like I said, actually, I went over this already. It's a compelling new business model where the exchange grows with the community. The growth incentivizes liquidity. Basically, more will be released later this week. No given CTS or removing timing and stability from any given transactions. Tom wants to eat cake with me. And he doesn't want to say anything in terms of timing, but he'll say that what we have put out today is a good lead into other plans for Paris Blockchain Week. And I've not seen anyone guess correctly what we're doing there yet. So again, I can't wait for that. Anyway, let's move on here past the Devve. Wes, I'm starting to get bullish on Veve and OMI. I've been bullish for a while, but glad to see you join us. Thanks for being a member. Because OMI, Devve, and Definity are the trinity to generational wealth. I think that this is a really good start. Devve first, then OMI will run, then I think Definity. And again, Definity can run at any time. Let's move on to, it's been 22 minutes already. Let's do Shiro here. The Shiro fam came out strong this morning when I was, dude, I don't know what happened. I had like 1,200 people here this morning. 1,250 was the top. Oh, I can't go over that. I'd put it in my military lovers chat. So it went up to like 1,255 at one point, or 1,260, but yeah, there was 1,250. I was like, huh, that's interesting. I guess meme coins just have these crazy communities where they go and they spam their stuff, and I love it. But yeah, 1,250 is kind of wild. Anywho, Shiro came in a lot of times, and they work for their bags, and I love that. And that's what I did. Part of last night is I went to go over what people were talking about on X, and obviously, if you go to the For You page, not the people that you're following, you'll get a lot of people talking about a lot of tokens. And again, I went over this yesterday where somebody said, like, what's your best meme token on base? And they gave like a list of like 8 things. And I told them, like, well, I don't typically do meme coins, although I do have Crappy Bird that's on base. So, but my favorite token on base is OMI. And then I just went over the reasons why. And again, like, as I feel like if people do that once or twice a day, doesn't take too long. That's something that people just, okay, eventually someone will go in and be like, all right, what is this? And then they'll take a look in. Doctor Strange, what's going on? Saying, Connor, meow, meow, meow. D-Nice says, what you mean roll out comic sets? Oh yeah, all right. So I guess that is in the title. If you take a look at your sets over on Veve, if you have full comic sets, meaning if you have the common, uncommon, rare, ultra rare, and secret rare, then they count as an additional set. So if you have all of the covers for that, any particular comic, that counts as an additional set. You get more MCP, you get all that jazz. This is something that we were going to reward anyway for the DACAT comic collectors, where if they got the set, we'll give you an airdrop of OMI. I don't know, not OMI. We would do an airdrop of DACAT, maybe OMI. I'll keep you all posted. But on top of that, one of the things that we were doing was saying, like, hey, what if they stack? You could stack X amount of commons. You could stack X amount of sets. However much, we still haven't really decided that yet. We'll get there as the comic rolls out. That's what that means. And chance OMI goes in the Devve exchange. Yes, actually. Again, I have a good relationship with Tom. I've helped him raise a bit of money. I have gone on and again, I'm KOL there, affiliate there, his friend. We'll get it on there. Now, granted, this Devve exchange is not going to roll out until they say second half of the year, which I guess leaves open to interpretation. Yeah, we could roll out in July. I don't think that they're rolling out in July. I'm going to say towards the end of the year in Q4, but it is any time in the second half of the year. So once they roll out, again, I don't think OMI would be on there right away, but we will get OMI on there eventually. Hopefully this year, might be next year. Depends on when it rolls out, so we'll see. Chuck and Hang, what up, fam? How's it going? Let's get the rest of the spread. I said I would go over a little bit of Shiro. Shiro Nico down about 4% on the day. Or $1.8 million in trading volume and over $13 million market cap. Really, really like that. If you want to get Shiro, you can go to Uniswap, LBank, Mexi, Gate.io, Bitmart, Arbit, XT.com, Balaxy, or nonkyc.io, and those are all places, and Coinbase Wallet as well. All places that you can get it if you would like. Contact address down below. Let's do Definity here. I don't think we had much going. It's up about 0.2% on the day, so it's pretty flat. 1.9 cents or 1.98, so I'm close to 2 cents. $1,500 in volume on the day, so really not a ton. $3 million market cap. Again, feel like I'm being very transparent here. For the end of the year, I'll put in another 6 figures into it. I'll let y'all know. Maybe even 7 figures, depending on how Devve and Definity go. We'll see. Yeah. I mean, DACAT will go up to $10 million market cap probably just from my buys, but Definity will probably go up to reach billions of dollars. If not, even if it's just like 100 million and it does a 33x from here, that's fine. But like I said, most of the funds or most of the profits that go from Devve, well, the first will go into OMI, but part of it'll go, like, I'll do the 80-20 rule. Let's say if I make, 400K on Devve, right? Okay, well, 320 will go into OMI. That'll get me well over $1 billion. And then the other 80,000 will go into Definity. And I'll get some DACAT as well on there. Shiro stays on here. I'll get some Shiro. I really like what they're doing. They have that staking coming out soon. They're doing a lot of stuff. Like they're earning their market cap. They're earning their volume, and they will get rewarded. They kind of already are, but anyway, a lot of what I have will go into Definity, and I am not the only person. My network will, and my network has a lot more money than I do, multiple times. They have a lot more invested in Devve, into OMI, other stuff, and they'll go hard in it. I hope they're nice and let me get a little piece first, but who knows? We'll see. Let's do. Nope, not going over that. Let's get into the OMI here, shall we? Let's do. Actually, I don't know if I really went over the token of Devve. I just went over all their news. They have $1 million in volume, up to $60 million market cap. To get these, not a lot. Uniswap, Mexi, Gate.io, LA Token, HBIT, and LCX exchange, and then Coinbase Wallet again, as always. MetaMask you can probably swap for as well. So not a ton of places to get it, but again, they're going to be their own exchange. Once they throw out the announcement of who they're partnered with, it's everyone will list them. I will say that again for the people in the back. Once they announce who their partner is, or their partner will announce for them, everyone will list them. They will renegade list. They won't even ask. They'll just be like, oh shoot, there's gonna be a lot of buy volume. It's gonna be freaking nuts. Anywho, let's do OMI here. See what that's at. Oh, it's up 2% on the day. Nope. I thought it was. It's up 0.1%, so it's flat. It didn't really do much. 00023. We are at. Oh, we're actually down to 0000322. We were way down there, and then we had a little spike up. Not sure why. Market maker maybe 2 million in volume. Cool. $64 million market cap. So Devve's pretty close to taking it over once again, and we are at. In order to get OMI, you can buy it on Uniswap, Mexi, Gate.io, OKX, Bitmart, Ascendex, Bvox, Aerodrome, and Coinbase Wallet. And that be it. So yeah, like I said, they were supposed to announce. Yeah, this is the first thing that I think Ben was delayed on, where he said mobile version of Veveverse will be in end of March. I think we missed it by could be by hours. They might announce it tomorrow. But I think they'll announce it at some point this week. If it was scheduled for end of March and they delayed by a week, I'm fine with that. However, if they and I don't think this is the case, but let's talk about it just in case. If suddenly we're in mid-April and there's still no Veveverse, okay. One, not only did they miss the timeline again, couple weeks, not bad, but then not even addressing it. It's like, ugh. So again, we'll see. It's my friend's birthday on Wednesday. We have the OMI is my homie show tomorrow too. Yeah, it's gonna be a 2.5 hour show. Why did I think I had something tonight? I don't. Though again, Ben said they have a lot to go over this week. One of the things that they have to go over is the freaking Blackpink thing. Let's go to their. It's going to be on Veve, right? I think it's going to be on the Veve official. It was like super early this morning. Yeah, it was 19 hours ago. So with plus 5, 10, 12 is 4. Yeah, like 1:30 in the morning. The stage is set, and YG Entertainment and Veve are teaming up once again for another chart-topping drop. More details coming soon. What is that going to entail? I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I guess it might not even be Blackpink, or else they probably would have. I recognize now that I probably jumped the gun on this. I thought it was going to be another Blackpink thing, but they would have tagged Blackpink. Again, it was 1:30 in the morning, and I did not. Who else does YG Entertainment own? All right, now that I'm reading this when I'm not half asleep, what does YG Entertainment own? I definitely misspelled that, but that is okay. Talent agency, yeah, music, okay. Clothing line, no, I know. Like, what music groups do they own? Okay, what music groups does YG Entertainment represent? And that is a much better. Blackpink, Treasure, Baby Monster, Winner, and Akmu. So Treasure's a boy group. Baby Monster's a new girl group. Is that similar like Baby Metal? Baby Metal was so legit back in the day. There's Winner's a boy group, and Akmu's a duo consisting of Lee Soo-yeon and Lee Chan. Can't tell if they are boys or girls. So if Blackpink is not it, maybe Treasure? Maybe Baby Monster? I don't know. I mean, are they going to stick with the girls? Are they going to see how the boys do? We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I misread that earlier. That is my B. That is my B. But maybe it is more Blackpink. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Comment down below if you know any of those groups, because I do not know any of them. Maybe Zombie says, yo, what up, Zombie? How's it going, fam? Meow, meow. Bill Garner says, M'Baku says forever. Oh, I love you guys. I love that duo just gives me life. Either Hayes says, at this point, with everything we have out with Veve, I'm finding it hard to stay motivated, considering it all seems that until the narrative hits, we're all just talking art while being broke. Pretty much. Yeah, I thought that during the beginning of the year, hey, there's Veveverse, there's Stacker, there's all these things that are rolling out. and they just roll out just such fire stuff, and it doesn't seem to matter. You're going to have to wait for that narrative to hit. Now maybe when the affiliate program rolls out, and if it's successful, then yeah, you might see a little bit of a flash or a little bit of a glimpse of what's to come. But there is, at this point, yeah, and that's why 80% of new money is going to go into Devve, because it's clear that regardless what Veve does, even though they are hitting home runs, they're like the Yankees with their new corked bats, homer after homer, and the people just aren't ready yet. Also, the fact that the market has just been taking an absolute dump over the last couple of months has not helped it. So none of that's really Veve's fault. Again, Veve is absolutely crushing it, just murdering the competition. I'm based on all they're rolling out, I'm more bullish on them than ever. But it really just waits till that narrative hits, and when it does, Jesus, man, it's going to go nuts. This is why the goal is 1 billion OMI. And again, I hope I get it. If I do, great. If not, I'll settle for 500,000. What I'm really hoping doesn't happen is that OMI runs like right now to do like a 10x, and before, if it does that at a 10x, I don't even have my initial investment back. So I'm not going to take out of that to put into Devve after a 10x. I'll just, okay, that's going to run whatever I have. Then the rest of my new money will go into Devve. That's fine, and then they'll fight it out for who's going to make me more money, which will be good, because then I'll have a couple of places where I don't have to take major profits out of them to go into Definity, DACAT, or Shiro. I'll just take piece by piece as that goes out. But that's why, again, it looks like Devve's going first. Mr. MC1, hi all. What's up, Mr. MC1? Cool Mo saying Sanjay. Meow, meow, meow. What up? What up? Let's get the spread. Regardless, says, really, most art isn't worth much until a narrative hits, like artists passing or achieving something incredible or other things. And honestly, in the high end art world, it's not like you don't care, but it's when these people pay like $30 million for for a piece of art, they're not concerned with, oh yeah, how's my art doing today? Like they don't look at the price. They don't get one, because if you're spending 30 million or even like 100 million on a piece of art, you don't care. Like you're not thinking in the millions. Like, oh yeah, 10%. Now it's 110 million. I'm gonna sell now. Or it's like, oh man, it's 94 million dollars. Like that just doesn't happen in the high end physical art world. Is you have it, it's a flex. People know you have it. Even when you have it, you don't even hang it. You put it in storage, and then you hang a fake. Like it is. I understand it. It's still absolutely obscene to me, but that's just it. Like you don't have to understand it. It's just the way it works. But yeah, agreed. A lot of this art isn't. I'm not gonna say it's not worth much. It's just it's there, and you pay a price, and that's it. You don't really think about selling, unless again the artist dies and suddenly make a ton. Oh, it says good evening. Wes and Essence, the Quadrinity, bro. I guess we can go over that real quick. We had Shane Isaac from Earth2.io go over on and say, well, they had a video today. Let's take a look at the Earth2 video. I should have that in my history because I watched it. It is, oh damn, this is a not very highly viewed video. This only has 1,000 views. That is not a lot. Considering they have 946,000 subscribers, and the last video they did 3 months ago got 210,000 views. 4 months ago, their last video got 262,000 views. Then you have a little bit of dip, 117,000, 161,000, 186,000, 195. Yeah, you have to go back 6 months before you get a video that got over 400K. And then pretty much each month got that. But yeah, that was not, this is not I don't know what has happened. I mean, probably should have gotten tens of thousands of views by now, but maybe the view counter is broken. I don't know. We'll see. Also, what I'm going to ask y'all to do while we're here, y'all can just smash that like button. That is a free way to help support the channel. Not free way. There you go. There you go. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Oh my God, there's so many messages. I'm not. Yeah, I'm forever never going to get those. Shane Isaac had said, this update is no longer a simple avatar release, but a significant update to the entire foundation of Earth 2 version 1 world. When I first talked about dropping avatars, I was eager to keep things moving and referred to a very simple system to test skins and movement, then to subsequently implement the full version after that. While this approach would have brought new content out quickly, I would have turned it into weeks of extra development time with little upside for the wider community. Apart from testing of the movement and appearance of the avatars, there would have been little else to do until another subsequent update. Therefore, I made the decision to focus solely on implementing the core part of the full system, and we plan to use long-term on the platform. I apologize that this release will take a little longer than originally anticipated, having moved away from the initial lower spec plan, but I like to get this right and ready for a wider audience to start using and enjoying. As much as I love to push out updates faster, I will be taking this approach to the Earth 2 version 1 development in the future as well. The plan will still be to release to our testing groups first, after our internal QA test, and then stabilize if all looks good and we're happy with how everything is performing. We will push forward with a public release. There will inevitably be ongoing adjustments, additions, and tweaks to these types of systems over time. It may seem like a long time, but Earth 2 version 1 was only released to our testing group 7 weeks ago. How crazy is that? I know for me it feels like many moons already. Nonetheless, during this short period of time, we have not only released a couple of update versions and an updated version of the Earth 2 launcher, but the team has also been working incredibly hard on Earth 2 version 1 and BE mechanics for Chapter 1 systems, and there is a lot involved in this upcoming release. We will be dropping an article later this week, which I believe will help our community understand the extensive list of features planned for this release, and in turn explain why it is taking a little longer. I'd rather not spoil all of the details, but the article contains a lot of information about the various systems we're developing, including rules of life, avatars, synesthetization, death, saving, skins, day-night cycles, free-to-play model, avatar vitals, how land ownership fits in with all of this, and much more. It is important to keep in mind that each of these systems need to be designed and implemented, which takes time. The article will also begin to reveal some of the design plans I've been working on to increase utility for T1 land, which will also include various T1 classes. I also intend to follow through and expand utility to T1 land into other upcoming mechanics on the platform, some of which will be revealed in a separate article in the near future and are also part of the Chapter 1 release. Ideally, all going well, we will be testing each multiplayer at some stage this quarter, and as mentioned earlier this year, hordes in Q3, #egg hunt in Q4, nice, and maybe some early buildings on properties. In addition to these goals, we have a couple of wildcard features floating around in between as well. I'm not going to lie, from all this, it states that we're getting not a ton this year. However, I don't think that'll matter. I'll get to that in a bit. I know I reiterate from time to time, but the long-term goal for Earth 2 has not changed. We are building a geolocational metaverse, a platform. We still want players building cities, providing more individualized experiences, advertising, trading, shopping, e-commerce, socializing, and so forth. And I still have plans to link Earth 2 version 1 into AR and support VR, but we cannot do all of this at once. I'm also looking at ways we can expand the team and set up studio, probably in East Asia to speed up development. They want some tax breaks, they should go to Ohio. Current features we're focusing on plan to expand utility for land on a wide scale to introduce various experiences inside Earth 2 version 1, providing potential benefits for landowners and players alike on a broader level, while at the same time allowing our team to introduce mechanics that will be used throughout the future of the platform, test limitations, and work our way around these challenges as they arise. Again, what it sounds like where they say, hey guys, we'll get hordes in Q3, egg hunts in Q4. It doesn't sound like the drone video game is dropping. It doesn't sound like a lot of this gameplay is dropping. And at first glance, it was like, okay, what the fuck are we getting this year? And it doesn't sound like a lot. However, when you think about it for more than 6 seconds, you're like, okay, does that mean 100% that the token won't move this year, and that'll continue going down. But no, actually, probably not. It probably has nothing to do with the development. So, like 6 months ago, maybe the FUD for, let's say, Moonbirds was at an all-time high. Sentiment at an all-time low. People complaining that the devs were doing shit. There was no updates. The bags were down. What's going on with ETH? What's going on? Like, and again, the devs were working. They had stuff that they were doing, but it just didn't matter. The overall market just made the prices of these things go down. And again, the devs got shit on for it. And then, for whatever reason, NFTs started moving a little bit. This is why I thought the initial, the next narrative might have been NFTs before Trump happened. And what happened was the Moonbirds NFTs did like a 4x or 7x, somewhere like that. And suddenly, the devs could do no wrong. Everyone was not shitting on the devs; they were praising the devs, and they were just like, "Oh my god, you're working hard. This is what happens when you keep your head down and you're working and you build in the bear." Suddenly, the compliments that the team probably should have gotten all along were now given to them. And the devs didn't do anything different. Nothing was rolled out. It's just that the floor price moved. So I think that when the narrative of the metaverse hits, even if nothing, and obviously stuff is going to be released, but even if nothing is released, this will catch on. The token will do a 20x no problem. Like let's what is this freaking and again, this is when we're talking about the market cap, we're talking fully diluted here. Fully diluted for a company that made what, like 9 figures. Now granted, that's gross, and that was mostly in 2020, 2021. The fully diluted market cap is under $11 million. So the market cap of actually like outstanding tokens that are in circulation, I don't fucking know, 3 million, give or take. So stupidly undervalued. I could picture that probably doing 100x, and yeah, just because of the narrative that's hitting, even if they don't do anything. Like, people will go through all the videos, they'll go through my 2,000 videos that I made about them, and they'll be like, what the fudge? Because for a while I was doing 4 videos a day. I did 2 on Earth 2. I did like 1 on Pokemon cards and 1 on Tesla. This is all before OMI. So I back before Veve and OMI, I was doing 4 videos a day, and absolutely none of them had anything to do with Veve and OMI. 2 of them were Earth 2. 1 was Pokemon and 1 was Tesla. So yeah, there's a lot of people that did a ton of content on this. People go through the archives. And again, a lot of the fudders, when they used to do that, they used to go through news that was like 6 months old, and they just had no idea what they were talking about. Even the people that wanted to just kind of ride on the coattails of the successful users, they were like, oh yeah, this is what Earth 2 is doing. And again, they would take videos that were like months old. So yeah, it doesn't matter what they produce or don't produce, or it doesn't matter as much, because once that narrative hits, it'll go insane. When is that going to hit? I don't know. Again, there's a ton to go over here. Let's go through yesterday. I think I have some of yesterday's news that I still have to go over. Yeah, Coach K Crypto talking huge about Devve, and that dude's got 133,000 followers. You have Mocha Boy Mocha saying some big names like Coach K Crypto were revealed to have bought. It's a clear signal that Devve's cyclone is starting, and that Devve ecosystem will be at big event called Paris Blockchain Week on April 8th through the 10th. Big partnership signed and awaiting regulatory approvals. Can't wait for that. And Devve Exchange starting by the second half of 2025. More to come. Are you ready to become part of the biggest referral scheme? Nice. Follow me and stay tuned, and I note it. And again, Coach K Crypto said he had bought 50,000. Oh, did he buy 50,000 Devve or $50,000 worth of Devve? I think it just says 50,000 Devve, which is not that much. But he said because they solve problems and create a safer place to trade without counterparty risks, it's fully vested, no vesting for dumping VCs. Rumor is circling that they have a partnership with one of the biggest exchanges on Earth. It's true. The Mocha Boy says, why do I believe in Devve? Why do I believe it's a project that'll change the paradigm of the world? Here are my answers. Exceptional scalability and speed. The platform is designed to handle up to 8 million transactions per second with sub-second finality. Thanks to innovating sharding architecture, T2 shards for the local transactions, and a T1 mechanism for cross-shard transactions, combined with a novel proof of validation consensus. Then you have high energy efficiency and minimal costs. With a transaction energy consumption of only 2.1 joules and significantly reduced operational costs compared to the other blockchains, the ecosystem is both sustainable and economically attractive. And you have seamless integration with Web 2 infrastructure. The use of RESTful APIs allows the traditional web developers to integrate the system easily into existing applications, lowering the barrier to entry for adopting Web 3 solutions. Then you have advanced privacy and security features. Patented privacy measures ensure the user data protection while maintaining necessary regulatory transparency. And additionally, tools like Devve Protect offer robust safeguards against fraud, theft, and key loss. Commitment to ESG impact. The platform incorporates mechanisms to track and verify environmental, social, and governance assets, or ESG, opening new opportunities for sustainable investments and social impact initiatives. Together, these initiatives provide a comprehensive solution that not only overcome the limitations of many existing blockchains, but also integrates technical, economic, and social benefits into a single versatile ecosystem. What do you think about that? I think many good things about that. Yeah, Ben Rose saying the Veve official community is something special, building Veveverse games, hosting shows, engaging with IPs, celebrating one another. Shout out to OMI DEFX being a Veveverse pioneer. He quotes Miss Gecko saying, epic Ready Player Veve again today. Thank you to host OMI DEFX. Game is called The Assassin's Maze, and I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty cool. Looks pretty dope. President Trump's nominee for the SEC, Chair Paul Atkins, claims he will create firm regulatory foundation for digital assets. I feel like they've been talking about this for months, talked and done nothing. Can we, like, give it to us or don't? Like, come on, guys. There is fake news circulating about Binance planning to delist Ethereum from their centralized exchange. CZ had commented, whoever believes this deserves to be poor. Agreed. Wes says, and bump for the penetrated, bro. If bump takes off, it'll be nuts. Veve Bev, yesterday I was at 315 sets. Today, with Veve making all variants of the comics a set, I'm now at 361 sets. Yeah, Mr. MC1 saying sets jump from 520 to 790. God damn. Mr. MC1, what you doing over there? God, well, that is nuts. That is wild. Anywho, yeah, dude, if bump takes off, that'll be insane. What that would probably be my biggest gainer from down here. I don't see. Let's down 0.4% today. It's pretty flat. $182 in volume, $600,000 market cap. Yeah, bro, if that gets adopted, that's gonna go freaking nuts. Go freaking nuts, boy. For the late to the stream, what's the comic set about? Pretty much just if you have all variants of a comic cover, it's an additional set for you. Bogarden says bump for shout, the show, getting that for show. Was saying, what do you think Foster will start doing? Do you think Foster will start doing Comey videos once the legal stuff is out of the way? I hope so. I can't speak to what he can or can't do, or is willing to do, or won't do, what he has time for, how efficient he is at doing certain things. But yeah, I hope so. I love to see Foster's face. I love to see him get recognition for his wit, for his speaking abilities. Love that man. Polymarket users predict a 75% chance that the U.S. will have a national Bitcoin reserve by the end of 2025. Yeah, agreed. South Carolina has become the latest U.S. state to dismiss its lawsuit against Coinbase for allegedly offering unregistered securities to users through a staking service. Breach. Bitcoin ETF holders currently sitting on an average unrealized profit of 17%, according to CryptoQuant data. And since 2020, 47 countries have eased or simplified cryptocurrency regulations, while 4 countries have tightened restrictions or completely banned crypto and mining. Those countries are terrible, and like Mufasa says to Simba, you should never go there, son. Heather Hayes has then made it clear that they're aiming at fandoms to get people on board. Little on the OMI side too, but clearly fandoms. How would you compare the two? Crypto side versus fandoms, their benefits. Ben has stated before that he actually doesn't hold a ton of crypto. His specialty is just going in and building companies. So if his specialty is building companies and getting more users, he's going to do that the best way he knows how. That would be through fandoms for him. Again, he's very, very effective. Obviously, Ben knows that the last time we got our users was because of the OMI token. But because that's something that I don't think he really specializes in, he's probably leaving that to David, Puddin Cheeks, Foster, etc. Anyone who works at a Comey, and saying like, "Hey, what do we know? What if we break it down to first principles? What can we do?" And yeah, might have to wait till that lawsuit is over. They're both important. You have Ben that's taking care of the fandom side, and I guess David as well is in charge of licensing. But yeah, OMI, David has a lot of smart people around him, and I guarantee you he listens now. I guarantee you he does not take any of them for granted. He doesn't. What happened to the Veve versus mobile? It should be coming this week, mid this week, I guess. I don't know, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and anywhere one of those days, it should be coming this week. We need a section that shows our comic sets. Yeah, we probably do. Probably do. When, where, when will we get them? I mean, I don't know if that's going to be a huge priority. It'd be nice when they have time. When other stuff rolls out first, then I'll say, well, we can pester them about this. Today's king is DACAT on Memezilla coin. DACAT is obviously the what do you call it? The number one there for many months in a row. Love that. Oh, Morgan, my bae. Nope, not gonna go over that. Ooh, yeah. So the goal for this year for DACAT is to get to where Shiro is at. Well, Shiro's at like over $13 million market cap, but to get DACAT over to over 10 million and over, and then the middle version of it is to get it to outlast PopCat, Keyboard Cat, Mr. Miggles, and Wen, because I have no idea what any of these things are. I've heard of Cats and Dogs World, I've heard of Mog, and I've heard of Toshi. But the other ones, again, I have no idea what type of cat tokens they are. Shiro will hopefully outperform a lot of these as well. Again, most of these other cryptos are probably never going to last. But again, ours has a legitimate business behind it. I did go over this morning that whatever revenues that we get from DACAT next year, we will use that. I'll get back into high risk lending. I will work my butt off, and we'll see how quickly those revenues can make a lot of money, and then we'll use that to pay for whatever we need. Anywho, let's go on here. Japan to legally classify Bitcoin and crypto as financial products. Let's go. Let's get that bread. President Trump says reciprocal tariffs will be imposed on all countries. Now, don't get me wrong. Let's say other countries impose 10% tariffs on cheese exports, from us there, and we perform a 2.5%. Like, why is there such an imbalance of countries tariffing our products this much and us tariffing other countries' products this much? Small amount. I have no idea where that imbalance began. I have no idea why it got this bad. It should never have been this bad. This is exactly what happened in 2018, though. We had just a horrendous 6 months after Trump had announced these tariffs. Everything went down, kind of a bit like a low-key recession. And then everything went back up, K-shaped recovery. And then the pandemic hit and we went down again, and then K-shaped recovery. So yeah, you might get another, like, this has been going on for a couple of months now. it might continue for another several months. It seems like things are happening a bit quicker this time. Because that's happening at a quicker pace, I'm going to say that, yeah, because it's happening at a quicker pace, I'm going to say that maybe it's not 6 months this time. Maybe it's another few months. I don't know. We'll see. Planet Vampire says, I had a text today saying that Coinbase wallet was accessed from an unknown device, then had a scam link to log into Coinbase. I didn't fall for it, but be safe out there. Do not click links, people. Do not click links. Either Hay says, if the community came together and only created OMI theme worlds in the Veveverse, like red circles everywhere, what do you think would come of that? If you build it, Dan will come. First off, I'm having major deja vu over there from that post, but what do you think will come with that? I don't know. People might be confused. What is this OMI thing? You know, the outside world can look at the stuff that people have made. Like, again, there was someone that made Jabba the Hutt's palace. You don't have to know what VV or NFTs are or OMI. You'd be like, oh, that's Jabba the Hutt's palace. It's beautiful. You don't have to know what any type of crypto or NFTs are to see that somebody has made Library of Alexandria or like made a bunch of these really awesome things. If they go and they see OMI in there, they're like, like they might think it looks cool. They might not know what it is though. I think it'd be cool if they did it. I'd love to see it. Would Dan come? I don't know. Dan's a busy man, but yeah, it's a good dude. Comic sets have me at 4,300 daily MCP. My man, getting that bread. Logarno saying we get more points for comic sets. Yes, you do. Mahalo can we get retroactive points for sets held? No, that will not happen. However, I appreciate the spunk, the moxie you got over there. Let's move on here. Wow. Is Snow White a flop? Yes. Like the majorist they're losing they've lost hundreds of millions of dollars on that movie. That movie is trash, and it deserves every penny it did not earn. Elon Musk called to end the Fed, called to end the Federal Reserve. Let's go. Love that. Love this man. More and more every day. Mr. MC1 says the young people on the app called Dilemma post pics of food and ask what to eat, what to wear, etc. And Randy has these amazing questions. They think Randy has the most wild life. Yeah, let's see what Dilemma has here. Let me read you some of the posts that be on there. And again, it's a lot of college kids. How do I graduate from the apprentice bat? Okay, that's just about the app. One says, I accidentally napped right before bedtime. I have work in 9 hours. Do I make the most of my energy now, homework, cleaning, etc., or try to settle down and get some sleep? Again, these are like the problems of like today's youth is so freaking wild. I understand if they were like 14, but like, bro, you're in college, so you're an adult. I asked a question before saying, I'm writing a comic book that will be on the largest digital collectibles platform in the world. Do I have the artist draw some fan service or keep it serious? And the poll answers were fan service, give the people what they want. No fan service, have people take the story seriously. Or 3, why not both? 24% said to give fan service, 44% says no fan service, and 32% says why not both. You could tell they're all a bunch of bleeding heart liberals. Frankenstein says, I consider myself a very sex positive person, but fan service in comics makes me roll my eyes. It's objectifying. So let me ask, who is it objectifying? Question mark. Let's see if he answers. And then somebody says, if I might ask, how would both be possible? Like you either have it or you don't. That's good. Unless you mean you have something halfway there or half the amount. I don't know if I can answer that right now. Anyway, these are the stuff I post on Dilemma. This is wild. U.S. government has been in possession of around 400,000 Bitcoin over the years. Nearly half of that was sold prematurely for a total of well below $1 billion. Had we held on to it, that Bitcoin would be worth over $17 billion today. Agreed. This is why we'll get this Bitcoin reserve and we'll start getting this spread. Bitcoin dominance has risen to 58%, defying expectations of an altcoin market rotation despite favorable conditions. FTX major repayments to begin May 30th. So Bitcoin claims currently worth just 20% of market price. And Bitcoin miner Mara starts massive $2 billion stock sale, planned to buy more Bitcoin. Damn, this is wild. Ooh. Oh my, sorry. I had a... Yeah, the YG Entertainment. Curious who that is. But whatever happened with the Bitforex situation, still 14 billion has... Yep, about that. Yep, about 14 billion, give or take. Yeah. Carlos Reed says, you think projects like DACAT that are actually building stuff, comic, movie, real partnerships, will catch that wave once the market flips bullish? Or is hype still king, no matter the fundamentals? For dumb money, hype is king. For smart money, like if you can get DACAT into smart money, eyes, then yeah. And again, just me and my cohorts will get that to over $10 million market cap later this year. I have not told any of them to really get in yet, because I'm waiting on certain things to happen to be, and I'm also waiting on me to be able to buy as much as I can about it. So if you can get good project, like again, you can get good projects in front of eyes of people that have money, then yeah, they'll go in. But the problem is trying to get their attention. And I could do it with people that I network with, and that's fine. But how do you get the average Tiger Duck to go in and put in his 20 schmeckles? Like, how do you get the average person to put in $20, $50, $100? Like, it's nice having whales that can put in 6 figures, but how do you get the average person to do that? And for that, you might need influencers. You might need, on Veve, it'll help. And again, so the DACAT project, I'm not worried about. I would be worried about other projects that are like that have these types of revenues, but they just don't have, a community. They don't have a backing. Like, again, I've seen some really talented artists, or so like there's an example. There's this one comic called Squarriors. I think they made a couple of comics and it just died. Like nobody bought their stuff, and I freaking loved that comic. But like nobody bought it. Now, granted, I found this Warriors comic in like 2018, give or take, maybe even 2016. Let me see. I haven't checked on this in years. It just came to mind here. So Squarriors is about, oh my god, I don't care. Oh, fudge. So like when I went to go search, like it says Squid Game, but when I get to go search and I hit the search button, that's where text popped up, and I didn't mean to click on the text. And now this person is just going to think I'm ignoring them, which I guess I am. Anyway, Squarriors, is that with 2 R's? It is with 2 R's. Okay. Squarriors is does it even have a book by Ash Maxo? Since the demise of humanity, the remaining animal life on the planet have become intelligent. The sudden spark of rational thought creates an internal struggle for these creatures, instinct versus reason, blah, 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 blah. Original date published December of 2015. So I put in Squarriors comic, and again, I think it just has like 1 volume. I think it just has 1. I don't even. Okay, Squarriors.com. They have an actual website. Yeah, I think they just made like 1 book, and again, like nobody bought it, but it was like so good, and I was like waiting for the second one to come out. I guess it like never did. Squarriors Summer Volume 2 coming soon. Like, are they finally doing one like 10 years later? All right, shop. Let me see if there's site can't be reached. Okay, there's definitely none of these that are. I don't even know how you can go in and buy any of these, or who even made these. And anyway, it just kind of goes to show that a comic could be so heckin' awesome, beautifully written, beautifully, like drawn, and it just, it doesn't get in front of the right eyes. So again, I'm not worried about the cat because again, I own it. I will make that work or die trying. Um, again, that's my baby. The other stuff that's similar to the cat that has maybe the work ethic and maybe they have the ideas and the art and the writing. Again, if it doesn't get in front of people's eyes, if it doesn't catch on, I those people like the cat. I do worry about the cat. I don't worry about though. Mr. MC1 loves the comics. That's we don't need any more Blackpink. LOL. It's still nice to have though. Um, I get it's not going to make. I mean, again, if they play with the numbers, it could do really well, and especially if they have something digital attached to it, it could do well. Eric Miles is the cat's name. Packing for fame. Ooh, the cat's the name. I like that. That was really good. Anywho, hi there, hey, this is Ben Rose. If you're all watching this, please get that we all love Foster, but he literally is just like the rest of us who put in 6 figures into OMI back in the day. We need the big dogs to be talking about it. Yeah, I mean, I even asked Ben, like, hey, does it weigh on you? And I forget what he said. He's pretty drunk for that interview. Ben's never going to come on this channel again. I asked him if it weighed on him, and I think he said it did. I have to listen to that interview, but what you're saying, put back into the day. Again, Foster, I imagine would love to talk about this, but he's in a very awkward position where there's stuff that he wants to say, but he's likely being told like, hey, let's wait until we roll stuff out. And I understand Foster's position that, okay, you want me to wait until you roll stuff out, but like a lot of what you roll out, and again, this is not for recent stuff. This is Ben has been great, but a lot of the stuff like you want me to roll out, like, okay, we're not rolling out for months, or it's like never on time, and if it is, it's like, there's a bunch of negative sentiment about it. Like it's just really hard for him to go in and talk about it if he's being told to not talk about things, especially when you have the lawsuit, and especially if you have someone like, let's say he wants to talk about any one or two things, and my job as somebody that one is not only like I want to come in as his friend first because I love him, but also Dr. Prophet, like a few months ago, whatever, he happened to mention like AI, and we probably shouldn't have. And now, granted, I wouldn't have brought that up unless O'Malley and like everyone else that was like on this space had like blown it all to proportion. Like if that was me, I just would have been like, I would have deleted it. But like, okay, yeah, nothing to see here. Like I messed up once when I was talking. It was a stream with a friend. I said something I shouldn't have, and he said, "Bro, you got to like delete this whole thing." And I was like, "Fuck, all right." And then I deleted the whole thing. But unfortunately, you had like 6 different people take Dr. Prophet's stuff of like talking about AI with Thacker, and they like blew it up. So of course, like they all knew about it. But for me, not only as Foster's friend, but as somebody that again put more into OMI than probably anyone that's watching here. If I ask him a question, especially one that's like a forward-looking question or that leads him into a forward-looking statement, and he says something that he's not supposed to, that's on me. And I know everyone here would be like, bro, like just give us something. That's an answer. Like, Randy, if I were you, like I'd be asking him these questions. And it's like, I know you would, but a lot of people don't really get the consequences of asking such questions like that. So if you want alpha, if you want like inside info, I am not the guy to ask those questions about, because I won't do. I won't ask any of those questions that's going to give even a hint at potential financial impropriety or fiscal malfeasance. Just God forbid he slips. And I know the other side of that, of like, bro, he's an adult. You should be able to ask him anything, and he should be able to answer with, yes or no, or not touching that or whatever. And you're right. He is capable of that, but why would I want to go in and put him in a position like that? Again, a lot of the questions I asked Ben, are about, they're it's like never about inside info. It's never about, again, publicly, it's always about what is love. like it's so I want him to talk about, I want Foster to talk about the stuff that he knows more than anyone, because I just want to know what's going on. But at the same time, if there's a license or if there's something that's contingent on that info staying secret, yeah, I brought this up before, but in 2014, Netflix and Nintendo had an agreement to develop a Legend of Zelda series on Netflix. And at the time, Netflix took very good care of their IP and of their shows. So it was going to be really good. And then it leaked on Twitter that they had that. There was like a thing of footage that was leaked, or a photo that was leaked. It was leaked that shit was going on, or what was going on. And Nintendo's just like, you brought dishonor on me. You brought dishonor on the IP. We're like, fuck you. And they pulled it. So if there's a potential like license or IP or whatever that's going down, that, and I don't think they'd have anything to do with OMI, but let's say there is, I would not, like, you ever see me ask David about Pokemon? Like, yeah. So I'll have Foster on, and hi there. Hey, I agree with you that I would love to see Foster back talking about this stuff. But I think that he probably won't be back talking about certain things that's going on until certain things roll out, until maybe the lawsuit is over, or at least the ruling of the lawsuit is out there. And again, I love that man. We shared a bed. He's married and we're straight. But still, we, only people that are intimate share beds. Anyway, Omar saying, this time YG and Veve are going to do better because it'll be up to date. Yes, agreed. Mr. M says, look forward to the new IP from oh, it is new IP. Okay, from YG, and let's see if it has music on it. Mr. MC1, loving those sets. Loving that bread. Get that bread. Omar Saad is the same here, Mr. MC1. Same here. That was at 315 sets. Now it's at 361. Heckin' nuts. My man. Goldman Sachs has increased the probability of a recession within the next 12 months from 20% to 35%. Are they right? Are they wrong? I don't know. I have his pictures from 2015. I have a couple of friends. Yes, that's Miranda Lambert back there. That have a photo of me in their apartment. I thought that was great. It's been a year since we have Spider-Gwen. Thought that was awesome. Let's see what we got here. ETH/Bitcoin has crashed to its lowest level since May of 2020. Ash Crypto was legit crashing out, talking about how, like, we're done for, we're hacked. It was nuts. Great to see. Digital asset investment products saw 226 million of inflows last week, suggesting a positive but cautious investor. Hut 8 launches American Bitcoin mining firm backed by Eric Trump and Donald Trump Jr. Nice. And MicroStrategy has acquired 22,048 Bitcoin for $1.92 billion at $86,969 per Bitcoin. Shiro Nico says, wanted Shiro bounty. Reward is $50 per task. Complete these tasks to claim the bounty. Task 1 is recreate Shiro version of the morning routine meme. Task 2 is to share this post and tag 3 friends. Task 3 is to create the best caption for the bounty photo and post on X with Shiro bounty complete and tag Shiro to enter. I could have probably done the task 2, but I don't know how many people did that. Went over that. Circle hires banks for long-awaited IPO. Stablecoin giant expected to publicly file in late April. Shout out to them. Max Brown says, breaking. BlackRock CEO Larry Fink hints that Bitcoin could soon replace the US dollar as the next world reserve currency. This guy manages 11 trillion, and he has said that. Ash Crypto says, this is going to be a big week. Either we will mark the bottom and Bitcoin will start the next leg up towards 100K, or support gets broken and we go way lower, approximately $69,000 level, and ETH to 1400 to 1500, which means alts are going to lose another 50% or even more. He says we all need prayers this week. Spoken like a man that is over leveraged. Rip to him. Everyone comment F down below to pay respects. Ash Crypto says breaking: U.S. to hold a hearing on crypto market legislation on April 9th. Wonder how that'll go. FTX is going to begin repayments on May 30th. Mark your calendars. With 11.4 billion in cash reserves ready, creditors will finally get their money back. Liquidity is coming back into crypto. Trump says that reciprocal tariffs will be imposed on all countries this week. Get wrecked. And Japan's Metaplanet issues another 2 billion yen in bonds to purchase more Bitcoin. They are buying weekly. Shout out to Metaplanet for that. I mentioned that Larry Fink talks about the US dollar losing its world reserve status to Bitcoin. And $1 billion USDT was just minted. Whales are buying the dip. $1 million USDT was minted at the Tether Treasury. Where were we? Oh God, where were we? Okay, yep. Mr. MC1 says look forward to the new IP. Sets back from 520 to 790. Says yo, comic peeps are going to have a ton of MCP if they give MCP for comic sets. I don't see why they wouldn't. So Garner says my sets are up like 20% now. It makes sense. JKRB, give me those thumbs up. And we know. Knowledge says modern comics also count towards the sets, y'all. Modern comics count towards the sets. I don't see why they wouldn't. Says modern comic sets are hard as heck to complete. Yeah, because like a lot of times there's only like 20 of them that are bought, or like 40 of them. So like there's not a lot of them out there. There are certain ones that are out there. They're like, oh yeah. There are certain ones that are out there that there's like Aliens vs Avengers #1. You can get all of those on the secondary market. But there are some that are out there. There's like, bro, there's like one secret rare that was minted, and yeah, it is hard. And so let me take a picture of that. It's something I can go over at another point. Meow meow meow. Let me go. Okay. Top gainers today. Devve was in the top gainer today. Thought that was really nice. Yeah. Hi there. Hey, says, where are you at with the affiliate program? Someone needs more OMI. Listen, I don't know what's wrong with it. I'll show you. Nope, that's wrong English stuff, which I'll go over later. Oh my gosh. I know I have brought in like half a dozen people, and it still says like no earnings. So like I have no idea what's wrong with it. I'm not wasting my time to try to get people in if I just like there's no payment on it. So I don't know what they. Okay, again, maybe I messed up, and maybe I said, hey, buy whatever with it, not buy off the store. Pretty sure I did, but maybe it's my fault. Maybe it's my mistake. Either way, to spend like an hour on the phone with someone, be like, hey, go to the, and it doesn't take that long. It takes like maybe 6 minutes. And also, I did that when the app was super slow, and a couple of my friends just straight up gave up. They're like, bro, this app is not loading. I was like, okay, that's fair. Now that the app is back, I could go back and be like, hey, you got 5 minutes? They go on there, they do the thing, they get the $10, and then like, it's just like, to call in favors for especially my friends, be like, hey, can you do this real quick? So I can get like $15, but like it's not really worth it for me to like call people and do that like for the $15. Now if I was like a homeless and yeah, then I'd get a dialer, I'd be on the phone all freaking day. And I'd get a bunch of these a day, but again, it's not efficient really to do that. This is why I say like they're going to want people that are going to do shit like that. And they will, but it's more efficient to make a video for people whose networks are not in Veve and say, hey, do this. This is really cool. So that's really what it's for me. And really any of the OG Veve peeps are not going to work really for this affiliate program because all of our networks are already in there. And let's say there's this guy called the Colonel, and let's say we told the Colonel about it in 2021. Let's say the Colonel spent tens of thousands of dollars in the app. on the token, and it's worth a couple $100 now. And let's say I want to get the Colonel's daughter, Tiffany, in. Hey, you should do this. Colonel, like, no, I put a lot of money in there. It's a great way to lose 99% of your money. Like, there's no way I can get people's family members in of people that I got in before and like lost money. Like, there's just no way. So again, the affiliate program is really going to be meant for the people that have not been here yet, and their networks are not there. So it's, and again, if super need be, yeah, there is a bunch of people I know that could be able to go and really slam this out over the course of a couple weeks. But for me, again, there's really not a ton of financial incentive there. But it doesn't really matter. The affiliate program, as it rolls out to the major influencers with hundreds of thousands and millions of followers, they're going to get that bread. Actually, I have 2 more people to give to Veve, and then we'll be good. Stevie Crypto says, "Duh cat, duh cat, duh cat." Okay, love it. Yeah. So Millie says, "Are we still going to the YG drop, fam?" Yeah. That's I'm very excited about that. Are you not going to do it? Vegan Thing says 100%. Meow meow. Bill Gardner, give me those dabs. I want whiskey. I want scotch. A hard beer. Meow meow. So I'm at level 95. It will still take about 4 months to get level 100. Wes, you are getting that bread. You're going hard on that, and you will get a big reward. Al Joe says, "I'm going for anything Toho drops." Tell us more. Leo Miller says, "Mahalo, your time to shine with modern comic sets. Let's go." JKRB says, "Veve should give Blackpink artists their share of the collectibles so they would market it." I don't know if they did or didn't. Again, you had every single member of Blackpink post about Veve on their Instagram, and it did nothing. So I don't think like the Blackpink artists getting like their share, or again, I assume they were paid in general. I don't think it would really do anything. It'd just be giving money away at that point. Jara says, "Hey Randy, gold at all-time high. Yo, get that bread. If you have some gold, you're in the green, black." Because I've never heard of any straight men sharing a bed in their 30s. Are you just not comfortable enough with your masculinity? Like, are you like a closeted gay? Be like, "Oh, I can't share a bed with another man. I'm going to get impure thoughts. I'm going to blink them." Like, who the fuck thinks like that? This I bought in 6 people, but mine shows only 2. Yeah. I think the system's a little delayed there. Says the affiliate program might need some systems checks. Sure, it will be fine soon. Yeah. Again, like I'm waiting for the. So the app is now very fast again, so that's fine. But once the other stuff starts coming in, I'll bring in some more peeps in there, and we'll get that bread. Who says, "What happened to Veve versus mobile?" Likely this week. Wednesday, Thursday, maybe Friday. Who knows? But likely this week. And when will the bull market hit? I'm dying out here, man. Oh, bro. It could be like a year. It could be 2 months. It could be 14 months. I don't know. That's literally like $1 trillion question. I'd say within 12 months we have some movement on a bunch of stuff. I think within 2 months, probably within like 6 weeks, maybe even 2 weeks, we get a bunch of movement on Devve. But again, I don't know when they're going to announce that. JKRB says affiliate program is not moving needle as long as the affiliates are a bunch of nobodies. Agreed. Again, you have to bring in the people with the big audiences. The people that are here right now, it's again, we already did our job 3 and 4 years ago. We are not going to move the needle. It's good. I mean, if we were new to this, we would have, but we're not. Our networks are in. There's a reason why OMI has 600 or Veve has 600,000 wallets with a collectible in it. It's because we did our jobs really well in 2021 and 22. But the affiliate program will move the needle, but you have to get those other influencers in, which they will. And Mahalo Joe says Toho had to approve the Godzilla vs. Fantastic Four comic to drop. Can you connect the dots now? Yes. Love Godzilla, love Fantastic Four, would definitely get. Can I get it right now? Is that something that was on Veve? Hold on. Godzilla. Let me go to the market. Godzilla. Oh my god, I can't type today. It is. Oh shoot, it is. Oh, actually did fairly well. Okay, hold on. Sold 267. Oh, that's dude. That secret rare is dope. Oh my god, it's so dope. Where it's like it's Godzilla versus the Thing, King of Monsters versus the ever loving blue-eyed Thing. Obviously, I think Godzilla would pwn the Thing, just based on strength alone. Oh, this is really cool. I like the uncommon as well. That's really dope. This is so freaking cool. Yeah, why do they fight? I wonder how it ends. Yeah, I got to get that at some point. Anyway, let's move on with the rest of the stuff here. We have, yep, Devve Digital is a proud sponsor of Paris Blockchain Week. Small world, small world. Utility, hold on. Guy Colin from Devve Telegram says the utility there is absolutely incredible. It's hard to believe that all of it has been packed into one unified system. These developments are a gigantic step, not only for cryptocurrency, but for finance. Oh, shoot. Went over that. Energy Tour says, looks like we're getting comic sets counting now. Awesome. We had to wait a long time for this. This dude has 711 sets now. Jesus, man. Energy Tour is just going crazy. Watcher Guru says, just in, China, Japan, and South Korea agree to jointly respond to U.S. tariffs. That is nuts. All right, what's been going on in Devve? So would MicroStrategy be able to want to contribute Bitcoin to the liquidity caches, earn an additional side income from what they hold? Likewise, the various ETFs. Is there any risk/legal reason for them not to? And Tom Anderson says, yes, but they aren't the primary category of company I see us adding functionality for. Let's give a presentation at Paris Blockchain Week and discuss from there. Oh, are they going to announce their partner there? Sheesh. And also, Terry says, my first guess is Fireside Chat, Devve Digital, the next generational digital asset exchange, bringing DeFi to TradFi. It's on the site now. Tom says that's a good guess, but it's about it. Terry says, out of curiosity, is there any tie-in with the slightly later roundtable on the same stage, or are the topics just coincidental? At 12:40, there are crypto exchanges, the gateway to mass adoption. And Tom says, I don't think that's directly related to us. Good stuff, good stuff. DeCat people. Good DeCat, good DeCat. Hold on 1 second. Shout out to Mr. MC1 for sharing my stuff. Love you, Mr. MC1. You are my bae. You are my fire. Sorry. Comment going in from, yeah, that 5 Pro poster is dope AF. Mr. MC1 was an awesome question on Dilemma today, Randy. You're a beast, man. So many. I think I have like 11 followers. I don't think I have that many followers. Oh, I have 14 followers. Hot dog. Who are they? They are, oh, there's you. There's a bunch of Veve peeps. There's Juna DXYZ, Kitty Catherine, Linda Comus, Partially a Person, Juniper, Lemon Sky, and Mr. Rager. Bro, Mr. Rager is a cat, and I love him. I don't know who he is, but I love him. Anywho, let's move on. 60 people respond to your poll. There's a bunch of people that respond to my polls. Where's the, oh yeah, let's see if I had any answers on the, oh, I did. Yeah, so Frankenstein says, I consider myself a very sex positive person, but fan service in comics makes my eyes roll. It's objectifying. So I ask, who is it objectifying? And he says, there's a reply to your reply. Obviously, I haven't read your comics, so I don't really know. But in my experience, it's usually female characters being fan serviced. So I find that objectifying to the female character and women as an extension. I'm speaking as a woman in this. I'd also like to clarify my tone. I'm not judging you or those who enjoy it. I'm just giving my honest opinion to your cue. Should also say it heavily depends on context. If the tone of the story fits, then fan service won't feel out of place. But if it's to say horror, for example, and you're getting an upskirt character, what's the point? It doesn't fit the tone. There are a bunch of Pokemon cards like that. Dude, should I like turn it like how the turntables and be like, I was gonna do guys with slutty waists and abs that you could um do your dishes on, and hairy chest that you can carpet your dining room with. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get her. Like, I was more thinking about the male characters with chest hair. You can carpet your dining room with. Really weird. You assumed I was into. Really weird. You assumed I was into. You must be so embarrassed right now. I wonder if she could tell if I'm trolling, and that's a Gilmore Girls reference. And I'll give the teeth emoji. I They're gonna ban me on this, Mr. MC1. Like, right on time. Streaming again, right meow. How you feeling? Want to come on this stream tonight? Tonight? Yes, it did. Let me. Oh shoot! All right, almost sent the wrong photo there. That would have been embarrassing. We had 12 people there at one point. Oh, I put in point. Supposed to be point. Okay. Anyway, let's get. Oh, I know you would love me to, but I am a mess. YOLO, girl. YOLO. 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 Okay, sorry. Let's move on here. Oh, the merch line. Yeah, dude, merch. Why can't BB do merch? Oh, I went over this yesterday, but I'm. Oh, Lordy, sorry. Elon Musk says the U.S. government has no plans to use the Dogecoin. Yep, Chadet stuff. I might get a bag of Chadet. I don't know. I have to talk to the dude. I don't even have my voice fully back yet. Oh, sad face. Sad face. Let me give a sad crying face there. Justin, BlackRock CEO. Oh yeah, I mentioned that. Says almost everyone he talks to is more anxious about the economy than any time in recent history. Rip. We have comics. Devve was up today. President Trump says companies are pouring into our country at levels never seen before, with jobs and money to follow. There will never have been a transformation of a country like the transformation that is happening for all to see in the United States of America. And says, dude, everyone Definity is partnered with has a $100 million plus market cap. Can't wait for this bull run. I mean, if you talk about Fireblocks, every other company that Fireblocks is partnered with has a $200 million market cap or more. Definity's in very, very good company. And again, what is 100x is 300, 350x. Yeah, that's fair. I see that. Honestly, I could see like a 2000x, to be honest. PDAs converted. Okay, I went over the PDA stuff. Do you know that ChatGPT draws itself as if it's like a white male, but if you ask it to draw itself like a girl, that's the image that it generates? Thought that was very interesting. Your interview with Manu and Chris are fire. Yeah, I'd like to. I'm not gonna lie. I really thank Rain, my co-host, for that. However, comma, I will say that it was. I had maybe a little bit to do with the fact that it's a good show. It was good, just a little bit. Machiguru says, Justin, China blocks $23 billion sale of Panama Canal ports to BlackRock, citing monopolistic whatever. F you, China. That is not good. Wow, I didn't think. Oh, shoot. Double shoot. Triple shoot. Sorry, hold on. Block bytes, liquidity. Okay, I went over that with Devve before. Have you guys ever heard of Victor Schauberger? Thought it was interesting. Anyway, Ash Crypto says Bitcoin will hit 150 to 200K by the end of 2025, or I will delete my X account forever. Bookmark this post and heck all the Bitcoin bears. That dude is crashing out hard. Jim Cramer says, I can't think of a dumber day to buy stocks than today. Not going to lie, probably should have bought anything we could have, but it's too late now. Hut 8 launches American Bitcoin mining firm backed by Eric Trump and Donald Trump Jr. They're getting that bread. Caitlin Clark card becomes the most expensive ever for a female athlete. This is a one-of-one signature gold vinyl from Prism. It's a Gem Mint 10, and it was autographed, and the autograph got a 10. So yeah, that apparently was worth $366,000 to someone. The previous female athlete record was 2003 Serena Williams Net Pro International Series apparel autograph. Caitlin Clark is just absolute GOAT. Love her stuff. She also had a one-of-one Panini Select WNBA's signature gold vinyl for $234,000 and a one-of-one Panini Select gold vinyl Prism for $105,000. Legend of Zelda live action film is planned to be a trilogy. Oh, that is dope. Dope AF. Get Bump. I've had Bump on before, and I probably should get an update. They had a bunch of stuff that was going on. Sorry. Stretching. Oh God. Ooh, I need more food. Oh Lordy. Rocket tonight. I have like 12. Did Granite calling? Grant's camera was not working, unfortunately. He's a cool dude, though. I gotta message Grant tomorrow. And straight fire. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I'll reach out. Let me go in and get. Okay. Let me reach out to him. Where's Jonathan? Jonathan de Carteret. And I'll say meow 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 meow. My fans want me to have y'all on. Can we make this happen? Yeah, I will let you know. I just farted. Otani Logo Man 1 of 1 sells for $1 million. Nice summary. Oh, did I go over this? How concepts integrated and directly accessible. Description more detail. Yeah, Paris Blockchain Week is going to be huge for this. Oh my God, there's so many freaking messages. I'm not going to be able to get to any of these. Shill your bags. Yep, awesome. Everything is awesome when you're part of the team. Shill your bags. Popular meme. Can you guys share on the main chat? So okay. It's just thank you. No problem. TMI. I'm sorry. I had a. It just happened. Oh damn! Who did that? That is dope. It is dope AF. Oh my God, I'm getting so many notifications. All right. We're gonna X out of the notifications for now. Pre-alpha access for Earth 2's Earth 2 V1 access Q2 2025. So that is happening soon. There is a merge reminder. Veve Comics X account is merging into Veve Official in the coming days. One account, all the news, all the drops, everything in one place to keep it simple and streamlined. Follow Veve Official to stay connected to everything Veve. I can't go over that. We have, bro, can like Telegram not for a minute? The Eagle saying today is a lovely day to buy Golden Moment Star Wars set on Veve Official. I agree. I agree. Trump is signing executive order to end bots for selling tickets, thanks to Kid Rock. There's a sentence I never thought I'd say. I don't think anyone has ever said that sentence ever in the history of the world. Take notes on that. DACAT got the #1 place today above hair of Trump, cash cow emoji, sassy CTO, Dougie on Soul, and the JR Legend. Updates. Senator Tommy Tuberville to introduce bill allowing Americans to invest their retirement funds in crypto. Whoop, whoop. A lot of liquidity do be coming. Let's head to, oh, wow. Nope, not going over there, not going over there. I'm not, sorry, rip to all these messages that I'm not going to get to. 750, okay. All right, here we go. Now for everyone's favorite part of the show, we are going to go over on the X4U page, and I'm going to see what people are talking about. Earth2.io is saying that Earth2 is preparing to welcome its very first inhabitants into Earth2 version 1. I'll say whoop whoop, because I will. Aria Realty says, always a strong supporter of Earth2. Stephen Duarte says, can we get my concepts tab area, please, Veve Official? Because he wants that, and I think that's something that people with a lot of comics will probably want. Is that a major priority right now? Not sure. We'll see. The BZ talking about the cat, very nice. Crypto's talking about the cat as well. Jeremy Padua saying, tell me what year you graduated high school without telling me the year. Housing crisis? Housing crisis is like 07, 08 though. I graduated in 09. But I'll put housing crisis anyway. I also misspelled crisis. OMI. There we go. Reply. Damn, a lot of these people are old AF. Oh my god. Damn, these people old. Okay, Jeremy's a bit older. Yeah, Veve Magic that is hosting, or I guess she's the host of the Oasis, a community lounge. So she's on there. I might go there later. Josh Emmett is going to be fighting on Saturday. Me and a couple friends are going to go out to a bar, and we are going to support him while getting schnockered. It's going to be great. Modern Investor says, if someone gave you $1 million, but you couldn't spend a penny on crypto at all, what would you invest in instead? I'd put maybe 180K into Pokemon cards, and then the rest I'd loan out to business owners across America, netting 24.99% per year. And that is, Rock McBlockchain says gift cards to sell for crypto. That's great. This guy named Rodney says, if you can't hold, then you don't deserve to be rich. And I will say, agreed, sir. Oh, who commented? So let's go, Josh Emmett, another KO this Saturday. Hope so, man. Hope so. I haven't bet on him. Maybe I should. I will see. Keep y'all posted. Guy named Raja Taminio. I said, say goodbye to Coinbase and Binance. We have a new kid on the blockchain, Devve Exchange. Better join Devve and Fias before it's too late. 1,000x before 2028. I will say, preach. Preach, girl, preach. Excuse me. Oh, God. Cryptlos really talking about the cat. Love it. Hesse.base saying, name is based snap. Bro, this is not based snap. This is the dude from Chalk Zone. What are these people thinking, bro? I guess something named Kleza Systems said drop the most base token, and it's called ticker snap. Bro, this is literally the dude from Chalk Zone. Okay, hang on. Chalk Zone characters. That's okay. Chalk Zone characters. It's literally a dude called Snap. Is this not like IP infringement? Like I am not touching that with a 10-foot pole. That is not what I'm about. Alex Jones has exclusive interview. Investigate journalist Savannah Hernandez breaks new developments from her viral reporting exposing how illegal aliens are signed up by Democrat Party allied corporations to file fraudulent tax refunds claims, stealing billions from American taxpayer. Oh, that is not good. Antonio Garcia is one of the closest friends. Most people I know. Grateful to him. Okay, very good, very good. Lomint Mick says the app is running so much better. Thank you, Veve official. Nancy Mace's out there doing her thing. Oh, who is this? Is it Jay East? I cannot see who. Like, I get so many freaking. Okay, you can't see it. Oh, Music East. Music East has a happy birthday. Orange BL says, or OBL says, happy birthday, my brother. Thank you to all our spaces. Afternoons are made brighter by your daily spaces. Yeah, happy birthday, bro. Happy birthday, senor. Lily Vivi says, no super successful person went to school, college, and grinded away the 9 to 5 without taking any risks. Take the risk now. Let me go over and say agreed as well. Donald Trump says in 2 months there have been more private investments spoken for and or like this is how many like I can't do it. In 2 months there have been more private investments spoken for and or committed to than in 4 years of the Biden era. A fact that fake news is talking about. What the heck is this? Nope, not even going there. Nope. OMGina says, I'm doing a massive purge, buy bots, useless thoughts, and brain rots. Only legends will make it. Well, she still follows me, so I will be happy to report that. Give her some smiley faces on that. I don't know why I feel that way when people are just like, just did a purge. If you're still around, you made it. And I feel like Thor, like Fat Thor, Thick Thor, when he gets his Mjolnir back, and he's like, I'm still worthy. Like the last time that happened is there was this one girl that I was good friends with back in the day, and I hadn't spoken to her in years, and I get an invite to her wedding, and I was like, yeah, I'm still worthy. She knows I give really good gifts, so maybe that's okay. Thanks for having me on. Straight fire. I want to try something. Figure out how to stop. Oh, all right. Remove you. The number goes away. Yeah. Try it. Try it. Devve Rangers saying a grand salute to the unstoppable Roger Tremino, the Ranger #1 of Devve. Today we celebrate not just a birthday, but the boundless energy, vision, and relentless drive of Roger Tremino, the pioneer, the leader, the legend behind Devve Rangers. Roger, your unwavering passion and trailblazing spirit have set a standard of excellence that inspires us all. Your leadership as Ranger #1 has been nothing short of phenomenal, turning challenges into opportunities and visions into groundbreaking realities. Hold on, I have to do something here real quick. Still shows your number. Okay. On your special day, may the spotlight shine brighter than ever, celebrating the legacy you're building for the blockchain world and beyond. Here's to more milestones, victories, and moments of greatness ahead. Happy birthday, Ranger #1. Let's raise a toast to you, the man who doesn't just break boundaries, but redefines them. Let me give some hearts over there, because Devve is awesome. Everything is awesome when you're part of a team. I didn't mean to go to the calendar. And let me... Yep, still shows number. Let's go back here. Ooh, Pokemon saying Lacey and Granbull remix. Oh, I love Granbull. There was a trainer named Beverly the Pokefan in Gen 2 in the national park. And when you first fight her, she's got a snubble. Cool, cute. And then she keeps calling, you keep battling. And then eventually she has a Granbull. And I was just like, and she would call and she would say, I almost caught a Jigglypuff the other day, and Erwin would call and he would say he almost caught and I was hoping that they would catch their dream Pokemon, that they would do it. Anyway, Whenever I think of Granville, I always think of Beverly. That is not Granville. That is not Beverly. That is, who is that? Lacey. I have no idea who Lacey is. But wait for this freaking Granville to appear. There it is. There's my boy. Used to be normal type, but now is normal fairy, or maybe just fairy. Glenn Jacob says, having the attacks on Tesla made you more or less interested in Acquire One? No difference for me. I'll definitely get more. Anywho, let's move on here. Hype stuff. Nameco saying this is amazing. Time to go all in, folks. Crypto.com posts a meme saying, I love whale watching. The girl says, me too. And then you... That's awesome. Iron Man 616 says, I just purchased a gold dragon to join the club. Glad to finally be part of the group. Mike Cat and Turtle Golf. Let me give a couple of hearts over there because I love that. Oh my goodness. It's gone. It's gone. You did it. I no longer see your number. Okay, what was your number? 31807. Actually, I couldn't see your number. Clicked on it. It only showed the first 6 numbers. Okay, anyway, let's go back to the beginning. All right, we're going to X out of all of these things, and I'm just never going to see these people's messages, but it's fine because, oh, girl, bae, sorry. Let's go. Austin Ramp was talking about the strategies sessions with Tom Anderson this morning. Yeah, Paris blockchain is going to be lit. Justice is coming. Oh my God, that is nightmare fuel. I'm not going to go over that. Pump radio's on already. Oh no, Pump Radio doesn't come on for another half hour. That is with Nobu, aka Crypto Knight. He's a cool dude. You have Kaki Gaijin saying, this is probably why I don't see many epic sculptors around. Easier, cheaper, / less time consuming art forms were available. Kind of sad to see culture like this die. Anchovy Pizza says, I do sympathize with artists. AI is soulless, but at the same time, if people are given the option, pay this person $200 to $300, wait 2 weeks and get art, or plug in Word to computer, beat boop, here's your art. We know what they will choose. Let's not lie to ourselves. Agreed. Although, let me go in and say, the DACAT comic that I'm writing has real art in it, made by a real person. No AI there. $DACAT. Yep. Okay. I feel like Ducky. Like, yep. Oh God. Collectors, OMI holders would need 280. Don't have to get extra points. I don't care. Paris Hilton post. Nature is amazing. Okay, let's break from the Trump imposing tariffs on exporting to PDF. All right, let's go to the following and let's see what my followers are saying. Or the people that I'm following. Although Mara and Awful, we follow each other. Mara says, Elon saying we're not removing Social Security, just stopping fraud rings targeting seniors. To be clear, we've absolutely not taken it away from anyone except to stop the sort of fraudulent abuse of the system. One of the things we found that was happening, that was 40% of all calls into Social Security, into the call center, were being used by fraudsters to divert money from bank accounts of seniors to their own bank accounts. These professional fraud rings were working the system at Social Security. That is nuts. Naya Bukele says, Feliz cumpleaños, mi amor. It was his wife's birthday, I guess. Marjorie Taylor Greene saying, I strongly support President Trump's partnership with El Salvador to imprison the worst of the worst who have entered our country illegally. These people are killers and they need that kind of confinement only CCOT can provide. This partnership costs the United States very little while delivering significant financial benefits for El Salvador. Another fantastic deal only President Trump could secure. You're in this country illegally. Go home now and go in peace. CCOT is not a place you want to visit. Oh, get him, girl. Get him. Oh, Yoko Kaiwanami. She was the voice of Mrs. Briefs. That was Bulma's mother. Oh, she died. Oh, sad face. Poor Mrs. Briefs. Hold on, I gotta message some friends. All right, moving. Falcon 9's first stage booster has landed on a shortfall of Gravitas drone ship. Elon says someone stole 400,000 social security numbers. Arrest coming tomorrow. God damn. Says, I believe someone is going to be arrested tomorrow because there's someone who actually stole 400,000 social security numbers and personal information from a social security database and was selling social security numbers and all the identification information in order for people to basically steal money from social security. That is nuts. 400,000? Like, what the fudge? Attorney General Pam Bondi says Justice Department is seeking a 20-year prison sentence for 24-year-old Colorado man accused of vandalizing a Tesla dealership. Okay, I have to go against the grain here because I don't know what the vandalization of this Tesla dealership was. Like, if he put like a bomb in the lobby, yeah, sure, give him 20, give him life. But if he just like broke a bunch of windows and he damaged, like put him in jail. Give him like I don't know how much damage he caused, but make him pay it back. Dude, 20 years is a long time. That is a long time. I don't believe in that at all. Again, obviously the person that vandalized that Tesla dealership is probably a very misguided person. But there's no, like, I understand they want to make an example. But that's, I mean, the dude's 24, and not that the age should really matter, but you're taking away a good part of that person's life, like the best years of this person's life, 24 to 44. Oh God, that is, I don't support that at all. If you want to give them like what's the penalty for? And again, I don't know how much damage was done. Cybertrucks are, a lot, like Tesla in general are expensive, but just make him pay it back. Make like garnish his wages, just make his life hell. But damn, 20 years in prison, that is, I do not agree with that. And I love Tesla. I love Elon Musk. I think Trump's doing a great job, but that is not right. And that is, I have to come. I love Tesla. I love Elon. I think Trump is doing a great job. I'm not sure the extent of the damage that was done, but 20 years for this crime is lunacy. I understand they want to make an example of this person, but they're taking away the best years of this man's life for what is likely low six figures in damage. Not right. Yeah, this is why I strongly want to stay in the middle of these policies, because again, love all of those people involved, but yeah, that's not right. That's Jesus, man. Anyway, Eric Miles says it'll get reduced. Clearly, they're trying to deter this. I get that, but even if it's reduced, like, God, could you imagine getting a decade? Lordy, no. Like, Lordy, Jesus, man. That's just a lot. That's a lot. Even like 4 years. Like I maybe I don't know. I don't know what the that's just so much. Hesi.base says everyone who's bullish on base interact with this post. Lots of good things on base. However, my favorite is OMI. Meow, 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 meow. Okay. Our novel says, Elon says, this time it's really super important. It could be the future of everything. So that's Tamara. And I know for a lot of people, it means taking time off work or away from the family. I'm just telling you this time is super important. Could be the future of everything here. That's why I'm asking you to do it and to annoy your friends and family and neighbors and everything else. I have no idea what this is about. I'm really out of the loop here. He's taking time out to emphasize the incredible importance of the election for the Wisconsin Supreme Court. If Brad Schimmel doesn't win, Democrats will redraw Wisconsin districts, disenfranchising 2 Republican House votes. This would be catastrophic for reforms. Please, from the bottom of my heart, go out and vote. Yeah, good for you, Elon. Good message. Dream Vision says, good morning. Here's my first Veveverse video featuring a track I composed for the occasion. If you believe in the future of digital collecting, like and share. And dude's got a pretty wild video. It was wild before, and now it's just normal. Anyway, Josh Emmett, love this man. Who's Bolsonaro? I don't think I want to go over that. Nope. Liftoff from Fam2 from Framonauts. This is the new SpaceX post that they had. New video of them. Oh, posts aren't loading. X is trolling. Oh, Jesus. I would not get, I would not get on that. Show is on, what is this? Oh, God. Ashley St. Clair. Oh, God. So I don't even want to go over this. Elon Musk says, I don't know if the child is mine or not, but I'm not against finding out. No court order is needed. Despite not knowing for sure, I have given Ashley $2.5 million, and I'm sending her $500,000 a year. Ashley St. Clair says, Elon, we asked you to confirm paternity through a test before your child, who you named, was even born. You refused. And you weren't sending me money. You were sending support for your child that you thought was necessary until you withdrew most of it to maintain control and punish me for disobedience. You're really only punishing your son. Ironic that your last effort in court was to try to gag me while use a social media channel you literally own to distribute derogatory messages about me and our child to the entire world. It's all about control with you, and everyone can see it. America needs to grow. Oh my God, this is a like says give me a paternity test. My God, man. This man literally said, like, I'm not against finding out. No court order is needed. Bro, the drama on some of these posts is wild. Super cycle, maybe. Do we have a super cycle going on? I have no idea. I have no idea. I'll keep you all posted. I mean, we'll see it. You'll see it before I do, probably. Oh, damn. Massive gas pipeline explosion rocks in Puchong in Malaysia. Say that. Memezilla. And that seems like it's it. So I have gone about 2 hours today, and 3 hours yesterday, and about an hour and a half this morning. So that'll actually be it for me today. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm, and that has $3 in trading volume today. Whoop, whoop. Again, like I've said before, I'm not really concerned about the trading volume for when I'm not telling my network to buy it. But when I do tell my network to buy it, there'll likely be several 100,000 in volume. So I'll keep you posted with that. Either way, everyone, say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. Do you ever feel like a misfit? Everything inside